What is up, guys? So as you can see today, again, we're gonna be reviewing a pro game. This time we're gonna be looking at Flash Wolves against TXO, which is of course a lot of people's favorite ex-SMG. And yeah, I wanted to show this game because Hanzo picked Midlane Valhein. And I'm not sure which one I'm gonna release first, my Midlane Valhein gameplay or this Midlane Valhein Pro gameplay. But yeah, I basically just wanted to show that this is not a troll, it is a strong hero in the mid lane. And he will probably not go AP like I did. You know, I went Spyhander that game because we didn't really have another mage, we didn't have a Darcy in the jungle. But if you have a Darcy in the jungle, of course you can opt for the full AD build, which you will probably do with claves and all that good stuff, with all the crits. And yeah, so basically I don't remember the bans. I think Enzo was banned, Hayate was banned, otherwise they would have been picked for sure. Basically all the OPs were banned. I think Florentino was probably banned too, otherwise one of the teams would have picked it as well. Darcy not banned, surprisingly. A lot of teams like to ban it currently. And you can see here Valhein is getting really scuffed early on in the mid lane there by the Annette. Basically, I think they picked this Valhein as a counter pick to L'Oreal because he can just keep stunning her and she can't really dodge all the stuns, you know. The cooldown is not that short, not that long on the stun. And yeah, she's gonna especially not be able to dodge all the auto attacks, and it's just gonna shred her down. So we can see him get a solo kill, I think. Oh my god, he gets outplayed. Okay, he got it. Jesus Christ. Now, if you guys didn't know, this Flash Wolves Heroes guy, he used to be a Lubu one trick and he was a streamer. And he got picked up by Flash Wolves like a year ago actually, or 1.5 years ago. No, actually a year ago pretty much. And yeah, that was... I used to watch him like 1.5 years ago when he played only Lubu and he streamed on YouTube. And that was really funny, but yeah. Very good player, of course, mechanically. Always, ever since he joined this pro team, he's always been one of their star players. And yeah, interesting there. Gets the solo kill. And we can see, as I was saying, TXO was probably trying to put the Valhein against L'Oreal, but then they lane swap. They put the Elsu mid lane and have the L'Oreal bot lane, and they don't want to put an Emily or something, or yeah, they didn't want to put an Emily mid lane. They could have put the Varus mid lane, but maybe Hanzo just doesn't play that hero as a response to that. But I mean, they kind of got, I think they picked Valhein and they thought, okay, we outplayed them, but then Flash Wolves just ended up picking the Elsu and that was it there. He dies again, that is crazy. He dies again in the 1v1, I think, and the Omen doesn't even have flicker, so he just ults the Varus just like that. That is crazy. And the L'Oreal ends up diving bot lane, gets the Emily. Now both side lanes for TXO are really not doing well so far. That is crazy. But be assured, this will not be a stomp. I wouldn't, I already checked the scores. I didn't completely spoil everything for myself. Like, I didn't look at all the team fights and stuff, but I did look at the score at the end and it definitely wasn't a stomp. So otherwise I wouldn't be uploading this, right? Because there's so many pro games to choose. I'm not gonna upload stomps. That is just not fun to watch. Anyway, so you can see the Sprint Valhein. He is building the Blitzblade, highly likely. You can see the Darcy is already getting pretty farmed, 2.6k gold, most on his team. The most on the enemy team, however, is Omen with the 2.8k. We can see the little replay here. That was a little bit weird, just freezing that like that. But anyway, ooh, the Annette gets caught, but she just has Purify. 3 people have Purify on that team. Now this is not going to be fun for Darcy. Everyone can just Purify his ultimate every time they get caught by it. So that is a poor Darcy, man. I wouldn't be enjoying playing against that team. And they even have like Omen with Purify. That's just really... That is just a little bit awkward. What does he purify other than the Darcy ult? Not much, I guess. You can't really purify a lot on Emily. I mean, you can purify the S2. And of course, if you're really good, you can purify any damage. As not many people know, if you purify at the perfect time, you can dodge any damage. Like basically the millisecond you press it, it completely nullifies any incoming damage, but only for like a millisecond, so it's really hard to time. He cancels the backpower by Emily. Wayne, of course, also one of the best junglers. That is one of my favorite players. Oh my god, that was a crazy play by her. That was a crazy... Let's look at this again. That was a sick Annette. Look at this. She gets him with a stun and pulls him, pushes him into her team with the ult. That was a really clean play. That was really nice. But they didn't end up getting him, unluckily. But still, a really nice play. He wasted his ult. Basically, they chunked him to half HP, so he had to go back. And whenever the jungler has to go back, you can try to invade something, like Omen is trying right here with the red buff. I think he's attacking it. Is he gonna get it? I don't think so. Yeah, he has to back out. They didn't show it, but it was on the minimap if you were looking there. And the L'Oreal is still side laning. It's really interesting. But L'Oreal is fine. L'Oreal is fine side laning against the Varus. L'Oreal is absolutely fine side laning against Emily. She can outplay both of these heroes really easily. Does a lot of true damage to them. And yeah, she's happily farming. Now I remember by looking at the endgame scoreboard, this L'Oreal went a very tanky build. I wouldn't do it that way, in my opinion. He goes Orb into Aegis, which is fine, but then he goes into the Magic Resistance, Medallion of Troy. But I would prefer to go Hecate there for sure, because it is just more damage. You'll see he ends up not dealing enough damage to my liking, at least. But he's really tanky, so it's fine, I guess. You can see this is on another great Annette ult, and yeah, they can't do anything. Unfortunately, the Omen wasted his ult onto the Lumber. He really didn't have to do that. The Lumber didn't have anything. He used his flicker, he used his ult, he used his S2. He didn't use his ult, but he used his S2. So he can't run away from that anyway. So you shouldn't... If he didn't waste that ult on him, he could have caught Valhein with that ult and they would have gotten 2 kills. I'm 100% sure. But still, they got a kill. They're doing really well right now. 4,000 gold ahead. So far. However, of course, you know, Darcy late game can go absolutely crazy. Valhein mid game is really strong, so they can maybe claw back into it with the Valhein, of course. He is going for the Frost Cape next, so he's gonna be really tanky. He's not really gonna care about the Lindis too much, I assume. The Lindis, very interesting, not completing her jungle item. She's sitting on the tier 2 jungle item. That is really interesting, on the tier 2 attack speed jungle item. Not opting for the tier 3. I mean, to me, whenever I play, I don't play these heroes often, but whenever I play Lindis or any other jungle hero that uses the attack speed item, I feel like it's a little bit too weak. You know, the passive it gives, the magic damage just doesn't feel too impactful. So I can see why he's doing that. But then again, remember a couple patches ago, okay, let's look at this team fight. Omen ults him. Omen ults the Lumber. But I think they will just end up dying here. Yeah, that's a good comeback for TXO here. They lose the Slayer. However, getting 2 kills, beautiful hook by Varus there, is probably gonna give his team a 3rd kill. And now I think they should just run away from this L'Oreal. Yep. They do, and they did that really well, and they got a 4th kill. You can see Hanzo on the minimap chasing the Elsu all the way into the enemy base. And yeah, 4 and 4, really well played. Crawled back, only a 2,000 gold deficit now. It was like 3 or 4k, I remember. I think it was 4k. So really well played, a little bit too aggressive by that, by the Flash Wolves, that Slayer call. And they might lose, yeah, they will for sure lose this tower. 2 cannon minions hitting it. This is a gone tower. This is another, I don't know, 750 gold, something like that. So now it is only a 1.3k gold lead. And yeah, they are chilling. And if they get this dragon as well, and I think they will, because right now there's only a L'Oreal. She can jump in with ult, but she is alone for another couple seconds. Her team is mid lane. Ooh, that is a very aggressive engage by Lumber, but it ended up being too aggressive. His team wasn't close enough to follow up on that Valhein. So he should have just ulted to escape and not waste his flicker like that as well, because it is a pretty long cooldown. The Annette almost ends up dying there. And the L'Oreal is just pushing bot along with the dragon. We can see the team fight again. I didn't even catch that. The Annette zoned away Darcy and Varus for a couple seconds, so she was doing really well with that ult. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to make her team win that team fight, unfortunately, because the Omen and Lindis just got caught and died way too fast. Enemies were too tanky there. You can see that the Valhein is exactly as I said. He's going for that Claves. He's going to be dealing a ton of damage with that. And yeah, you can see him just going already crazy. Look at this 1000 damage purple crit. Beautiful. And they will catch the Omen as well, I think. No, they won't. They're not going for him. I think he's just too tanky, I guess. That's what they decided. He was slowed by the Emily Frostcape, but... Now let's see. Red team probably really wants to push this tower. They killed the Elsu. The other team still has a lot of wave clear though, in that L'Oreal, in that... Oof, this is a beautiful L'Oreal team fight. Yep, she jumps out. But I think they went too deep, especially that Omen just keeps on going too deep. They have to play a little bit safer. Like this team fight, I can show you again. It looked really good for L'Oreal at the start, like right here. She is doing a ton of damage, zoning people and almost killing the Darcy instantly. But the Darcy ends up getting away with the shield, with the S1 heal. And then yeah, they just completely tunnel visioned onto him. And the Varus can just clean up from the back again. She just comes in with her ult and just so much damage. And then this Lumber, that was a very weird flicker. That was really overextended. Again. Now the gold lead is 1000 in a little bit more than 1000, 1.5k in TXO's favor actually right now. So they managed to turn this game around so far. However, again, Flash Wolves has L'Oreal late game. That is a ridiculous hero. It can literally 1v3 late game, so we'll see if TXO can close this out. However, I think both teams have really strong late game heroes. The thing about L'Oreal against Darcy is if you're really good at L'Oreal, you can dodge his ult and stuff. But if he's good, he's gonna wait for your Purify and then ult you and then just absolutely one-shot you. So it is a very very even matchup, I would say. So we'll see, and it just depends who plays the team fight a better late game, because both of these heroes are ridiculously strong in the late game. Ooh, this is a huge play again by the Varus. The Varus is playing really well. She wasn't playing too well early game, dying to the Omen like 2 times, 1v1. But now she is definitely creating these picks. Of course, Sirenia, one of the best side laners. That is why I was very surprised that he died so often, 1v1. And I think they can end. Do they have a minion wave? It is incoming. They have a tower. They have people to tank the towers. I mean, not the tower, they had the dragon. They have people to tank the towers. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is a GG. That was a really fast one, guys. I didn't even know it was that fast. It was a beautiful comeback by the team with Valhein mid lane. He wasn't the star, in my opinion, but he was doing his job. The star was definitely Sirenia with those team fights. I would say Emily did well too. The Darcy, of course, provides damage. But for sure, Sirenia, for me, was the highlight there. Definitely carrying those team fights. We'll see about the stats. I want to see the stats. 508 Valhein, he was the MVP in the game, but I feel like it was Serenia's doing. 22% damage. 22% damage isn't too much, but after dying 2 times in lane, you know, I mean, he lost the game at the start. He made them lose. He got them in the losing position by dying 1v1, but in the end, I think he really did well. Hanzo, of course, did well too, but it's harder to hit. It's harder to hit Varus skill shots than it is to hit press the auto attack button, right? Anyway, boys, so I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you see a really sick pro game from any region, I don't care which region, just let me know. I will review it if I deem it appropriate. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, boys. Bye bye.